Saturday, I do something called the 5-star shout out. I'm not gonna say it because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in. You can't make a. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good morning out there, everybody. Happy Saturday morning to each and every one of y'all. I am here, Dennis Holmes, the Ignorant Thinker Podcast, with my co-host, the Chocolate Girl.
Good morning. It's Saturday, my favorite day of the week. Glad to see you, Dennis. Glad to see our distinguished guest. I can't wait to get into that. Thank you for joining us on the Side Jawn this morning, y'all.
Yes, thank y'all for joining us on the Side Jawn this morning. As y'all can see, we got a very special guest in the building, a legend, a historian in comedy, been doing it for a long time, but everywhere you put your TV on, literally I had my TV on yesterday watching Tubi, he was on there, so I ain't just making this stuff up. We're talking about a director, an actor, a comedian, a host, also a podcast host who has the Comedy and Crime podcast, none other than Rodney Perry is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, what up, D? Wow, thank you, Chocolate. Appreciate you.
Of course.
Yes.
Thank you, Dennis, man. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for having me on, man. I know y'all have a choice over who y'all talk to, and I'm honored to be able to come on.
Thank you very much for coming, though. Now, we usually start every show off with one question, and it's always the same question. How was your week, though, Rodney?
It was actually a pretty good week, man. Pretty good week. I don't know if you noticed, I'm a little slimmer. I'm getting my neck back.
It's gonna be a show. I see it already.
Getting the neck back.
Getting my neck.
Let me tell you something. Now it's hard to lose head weight, but your neck is the first thing to go.
That is true.
All right. Let's get that on out the way. Chocolate Girl, how was your week?
My week's been great. And to fall in line with Mr. Perry, my neck's a little thinner too. So
come on now.
Be good with the neck. But it's been a very good week, very busy week. Had a lot of administrative work to do in my organizations and moving and shaking. It's election time for the next year and people running, and I gotta get the election process together and all that type of stuff. So it's been interesting. It's been fun. Been trying to stay engaged in what's been going on with Mr. Perry, so to prepare for this interview today. So that's been delightful. So it's been a great week. How about yourself, Dennis? How has your week been this week?
My week has been pretty good. It's been a pretty good week. I usually don't have too many bad weeks. It's been pretty good. A lot of learning, different situations, still trying to get as much money as possible to take over the world.
How about that?
Yeah, that's about it. Man, ain't too much. But with that being said, though, first thing I want to know is what made you start this Comedy and Crime podcast? This is the first thing I want to know.
Well, great question, man. So I did a couple of things. I was doing a daily pod, and I had a couple of other different podcast type platforms right here on StreamYard, right? And I felt like I was just doing podcasts for the sake of podcasting. And so I stopped, regrouped, and I wanted to get into a space that really didn't have a lot of black people in it. And when I look at true crime, there was very few people of color in true crime, even though they say we do all the crimes in America. So I decided to create a podcast about true crime with a comedic slant, because I'm a comedian. Everything got comedic slant. And so that was the beginning of it all.
Okay. Now you're on your second season, right?
I'm about to start season 2, June. May, this month, then into June. Yeah.
Yes, and I think you one of the shows I know you said you had Ali Sadiq on,
Yes.
and there was another show you said you did about if I'm not mistaken, it was the Dooney Brothers.
The two guys that murdered their parents.
The
What was it?
Menendez.
The Menendez brother. I did. We did that. We did an episode on Menendez brother. We did an episode on Ali Sadiq. We did an episode on any hip hop guy that gets in trouble. We'll do that, because we want to cover the stories that we're talking about and thinking about too.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Like I plan on doing something about Corey Holcomb and the whole thing with um um the girl outside of the
Jess.
comedy club. Just
Jess.
yeah,
No, not Jesse.
Okay. Not Jess. The other
On
situation.
video.
Christina Payne.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
on
yeah,
video
yeah.
fighting the girl.
And
TMZ
so
released that video of him fighting the girl, and ever since then, his sales have went down.
yeah, and I want to talk about that, like a podcast or a reality show or a documentary can be the thing that gets you prosecuted nowadays. So I want to talk about that.
Yeah, I just had that conversation with my homies the other day. They said, "What's the most dangerous thing out there? A gun, a snake?" They said, "Or a female." I said, "Female." I said, I see
What?
some guys. I see some guys fall in love with a female and never been the same again. Never been the
How
same.
about that?
They physically be there, but mentally
That's
they
true.
never the same again. I seen people get gunshots to be back to regular. All right, I know some people been bit by a snake and they all right. But I've seen some guys who fell in love with some women and have never been the same again.
Oh, for sure.
Like Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce.
Yeah, never been the same again. Like that's why I always say you really got to watch what you're doing out there and pay attention.
Travis Kelce started dating he had that black girl, and now he went from light skin to white.
Yeah. And he hasn't been the same. He has not been the same. Not even on the football field. Ever since
He getting old though. That's all that is.
No. The drop off was too quick. No.
I mean, the whole team dropped off.
But no. I noticed
Don't get
it
me
was a
talking
marked difference as soon as the
So what are
story
you
broke,
saying?
they were dating.
Are you
No,
serious?
I believe that there's some truth to what Dennis is saying. I kind of agree with him. I don't like the way he put it necessarily, but I do agree with him. And when you get these famous people out here doing great things, they get with a woman, and all of a sudden their fortune just changes. Their abilities change. I look at Tony Romo. It happened to him. It really happened. I was witnessing it, and I like them both. I like him, like Jessica, but them together, it was just not good. It wasn't good for him or her, if you look back. But
Indeed.
anyway.
Well,
what do I know?
Well. All right. So this is what I'm trying to figure out. So you went to the Navy, and then you became a comedian?
Well, I was kind of doing comedy before I joined the Navy, and so I joined the Navy in 1990, and I served 8 years in the United States Navy. Met some lifelong friends, lifelong. I was always doing comedy. I mean, I was doing comedy before, like in high school, but when I joined the Navy, that's when I moved to New Orleans, and New Orleans then from New Orleans to the Bay Area. So those 8 years were really part of my comedy career too.
Nice. Okay. So your first time on stage was what? When was your first time on getting a check? Let me just say that. First time on stage, you received some money.
I mean, getting paid. I mean, I was a comedian long before I ever got a quarter. I mean, the first time I got a check, I can't even say, man. I don't remember. I claim 30 years right now, but it may be more or less than that.
Yeah, I got you for 30 years. That's why when it was like you went to the Navy for 8 years, I was like, I thought he was doing comedy for 30 years. That's why,
No, I was 1990. I joined the Navy, and I was in the Navy from 90 to 98, and then from 98 on, I get out and I moved to LA. And so it got real in LA. So So it's that's 26, 20. That's 28 right there by itself. But
Right.
I really was doing comedy all through the 90s.
Sheesh. That's crazy how y'all come out the Navy and then become comedians. Like you, Gary Owens, and I'm forgetting my guy.
There's quite a few of us. Earthquake was a member of the
Earthquake,
Air Force. My buddy Lav Love was an Army guy.
Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffin was in the Army too, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's quite a few of us ex-military out there.
That decided to go ahead and be comedians. And y'all are actually very good. That's the thing about it. Y'all are
Hey
very good.
man, I don't know if I'm good because I was in the military, but it was definitely instrumental in who I became.
Well, I mean that, and then there's a lot of y'all that's from Chicago. That's another thing. Like my favorite comedian ever is from Chicago, Robin Harris. So
I draw some comparison to Robin a lot. I met his wife. I've met his family, his kids and stuff, and they say I remind them of Robin, and so Robin was going to be the host of Def Jam,
yeah, I heard
and
Right.
about that.
so if Robin hosts Def Jam, that changed everything. That changed the next 20 years of comedy because it, the show skewed younger with Martin, and so a lot of older comics that didn't get a look because of that. What up, Jeff?
Yeah, a lot of older comics, but they didn't really do too much on Def Jam. There was a lot of younger comics on Def Jam. A lot of people I was told didn't want to do Def Jam at one point because like the Eddie Griffin told the story, he didn't want to do Def Jam because he already had a special about to come out, and Martin had to convince him that listen, you do that 10 minutes on Def Jam, now everybody want to see your special, and
Right.
your special come out, and he had to convince him. And a lot of other people, Def Jam actually put them on.
I mean,
So
Def Jam was a period of time, though, man. It's like you got to think before Def Jam, there really wasn't no such thing as urban comedy.
no,
I mean, you would go, they play music, music, not even like a DJ. So Def Jam added the DJ to the comedy game.
Right.
didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kid Capri,
Big and
when
free.
Kid Capri and Bernie Mac do that thing, that became a staple in comedy. Like you can't do a comedy show, black comedy show, without a DJ right now, or
Nope.
or, or a white comedy show, a mainstream for that matter.
That's true. Gotta have some music.
Now, your first time that you went on stage and you actually, as they say, you bombed. What did you learn from that?
I mean, I don't know about the first time. I mean, I bombed at Chocolate Sunny's Guy Tory spot, and that was a pivotal moment for me because if you can make it through a bomb and go back on stage, then it's where you realize that this is for you. You know what I'm saying? If you can have your worst day and still be like, I'm about to go up tomorrow, then you serious about this thing.
Because a lot of people usually do fold at the bomb. So
And this thing about a bomb. Like a bomb, everybody want to know about your worst day on set and how bad it was. But at the end of the day, it builds character. If you tell me a comedian you never bombed, I'll be like, it's coming.
a lot of comedians get cocky like that and do say that, like, I ain't ever bomb.
Well, it's possible, but if you get off before the bomb happened, don't mean you didn't bomb.
Uh,
A lot of people get off stage. Oh, thank you, good night. If you're to stay up 2 more seconds though, they're gonna let your ass have it.
yeah. See, they ain't get
Right.
that. They when they think about bomb, they think about that real Apollo effect bomb. That's what they be thinking about. Somebody really booed you off stage bomb. No, we mean
Bomb could be silent. Bomb could
right.
be
We mean
silent.
silent bomb. Like ain't none of your jokes hit. That's a bomb.
Hey,
Well, isn't it true that like if you can be on stage cooking, right? And if the audience is kind of not feeling you, that they'll say cut and end your set. Or if they're really feeling you, they'll tell you to keep going. Doesn't that happen?
No, I think
Uh,
a lot of places got timing, so that you get
well,
either.
well, well. I mean, yes and no.
I've seen that
Uh, I-
happen.
yeah, yes and no. I mean, in general, people ain't gonna ask you to do something if you doing bad. But like Dennis said, you got some people that expect you to fulfill your time obligation, and so you got
Right.
to do that regardless, good or
Right.
bad.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. Like they already got their time set out. This person got 5 minutes. This person got 7 minutes. This person got 15 minutes. Then it's the headliner. Headliner got a half hour or maybe an hour, or depends on where they at. So but you got to make sure that you get your jokes in your time limit. A lot of people I be seeing they be upset because they don't get paid enough for their joke. So then I heard some comedians say you got to have jokes for the payment that you know you're gonna receive. So if you only gonna get a couple $100, then you got a couple $100 set. If you gonna get the money that you was well deserved, then you got the well deserved money set. That's what they was telling me.
I
I
mean,
believe it. I believe it.
yes and no, man. When you start headlining, you headlining. That's anywhere from, like you say, 30 to 55 minutes. But you go see Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin might do 90 minutes. Ali Sadiq might do 90 minutes. Nate Jackson might do 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And they may not have no openers. Or the feature set is 20 minutes. The opener set is 5 to 7. And so there's a bit of a tier system, but it's kind of based on money, but not really.
Okay, that's cool. I ain't mad at that. So this is another thing I wanted to know. When did you and Monique get so cool?
So I met Monique. I was doing radio in LA, and I met Monique. I was doing radio, and I got invited to right before we elected Barack Obama the first time, and we connected there. And she would throw me a gig every once in a while, and she threw me some gigs. And she's had other people. She had a guy named Reggie Carroll who passed away, rest his soul.
Mhm.
She had a brother named G Thing, and
I heard a G thing.
yeah,
Yeah, me
and
too.
and 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 then I come along after both of them, and I think Reggie had to go away for a minute, and G Thing, I don't know what happened with them, but she and I had a real brother sister relationship, so we was never competing. I mean, y'all probably understand that as co-hosts.
Yeah,
Like sometimes you can have people on with you that's competing with you. And
Right.
I never was in competition with her. She was always like my big sister.
that's what's up. It was nice to see that she actually, took you with her on the road and everything. And I remember you was telling the story that she actually helped you get your first big check because you said you ain't know
Whoa,
how to
whoa,
call
whoa,
people.
whoa, whoa! Like say for instance, she said, Rodney, we going to New York to the Beacon Theater, and I'm like, all right. And I was just working with Cedric and Steve and them, and they just tell you it's 1,200, and you take it or leave it. And but Mo was like, well, I'm put you on the phone to promote it, and you get your money. And I was like, I don't know how to even negotiate that. She's like, you should get about 5 grand for this show. And I was like, Mo, I ain't never got 5 grand. And she was like, just ask for it. So I asked the guy for 5 grand. He was like, oh, no, 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 we can't do that. I get somebody local to do it for 500. He said, well, let me call Monique, make sure. So he called Monique, and Monique was like, no, shit, you can't get nobody else because they can't work with me. And so that was the beginning of a long relationship, our long relationship.
That's
We
Good.
we, we still talk probably once a month.
She
that's good.
stood there for you. She stood up for you and insisted.
She's fair. She's fair
Hmm.
among everything.
Yeah, and then one of the other stories I heard him tell was that when they got the show with BET, he was like, yeah, he was all right, but they ain't had no money to help him move his family, so they go ahead and be on the show. And he said that what you tell Monique husband said, hold on, I'm gonna call right back. And went and called him up and got you enough money to move, and so that way you can move your family over there so you can do the show with them, that late night show they had on BET.
That's a
Right.
fact. That's very true.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I thought that was nice. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought that was very nice because at
You
first
want me to tell the stories, or you gonna tell them?
my bad. My bad. I'll be quiet. My bad. You ain't gotta do me like
You,
that, right? That's all I'm saying.
you got all my stories. Go ahead. I watch you do.
I
I
do my
watch you do.
research, Rod.
Oh, you fat Rodney. You do all my story.
See, that's the reason. That's the reason why I'm not asking anything. Everything that come to
I do
mind,
my
he's saying.
research,
So
Rod. I'm
I'm
just saying, I
good.
gotta do
I
my
don't have to
research.
say nothing.
No,
Hey,
no,
Mr.
no.
Hey, Mr.
I
Perry.
appreciate the
Hey, Mr.
knowing.
Perry. What
I
he
appreciate it.
said. What he
Yeah, how
said.
about that? But
What he
I
said.
really appreciate y'all even taking the time to kind of learn my little story is dope.
Mm-hmm.
Little story. You got too long of a story.
You
You
have a
want a
big
little
story.
story.
Don't be so modest.
Right,
You
it's a little story.
Rodney
What?
Perry is the
Too long of
name
a
in
story.
comedy. You are well respected and well received. And when people, what I've learned is a lot of people know your face and not your name, but they know you and they know your jokes. That's what I've found.
I mean, it's that's the dilemma for comedians. Like nowadays, you gotta have all those things connect the dots. They gotta know your face. They gotta know your name. They gotta know your bit. They gotta know your movies. They gotta know your TV. So if people either know me from movies or they know me for comedy. And if they know for comedy, they we probably got more of an intimate relationship. But
Mhm.
it all go and kind of establishing who you are.
When did you decide that you wanted to start doing movies? And how did that come about?
Well, you know what? I was in on the comedy scene in LA, and everybody that was working was also an actor.
Okay.
Alex Thomas, Chris Spencer, all those guys. Everybody that was coming back, hey man, just got back from a comedy club is actors. So I started taking acting classes with Tasha Smith, and you
Damn,
know,
you took acting classes with Tasha Smith, and she a director too.
yeah.
Okay.
So
I
Tasha
keep
Smith
hearing her
was.
name.
I still
Mm-hmm.
use some of her techniques to this day. And Tasha Smith, I mean, a lot of us, Flavor Flav was in her class, and a lot of us were in that class back in the day, and it's a big deal. So yeah, thank blessings to Tasha Smith, awesome lady.
Most, yes, most blessings to her. I didn't even know she was a director until about 5 years ago. I had no
Mm-hmm.
idea.
What was the first movie you were in?
Uh, I was in this movie that it was started off. It was named something else, but it ended up being. Now, it started off being called Boogie Beach Bash, but the name changed to something else. It was like a Brian Hooks movie.
Oh, that's
Uh-huh.
when they turned
One
it
of
to
my
fat.
one of my
I think
first one of my first movies.
they called
Have
it
you ever
fat
seen
beach.
the snippet with a little black kid cussing out a Chinese lady in
Yes.
like a bodega? I was in that movie. That was my absolute first movie. That movie.
Wow.
Okay.
But the
I
clip
think
that
I
went
do
viral is
remember
the
that.
little boy. The little boy is like 35 years old now.
Oh, okay. I think I do remember that movie. Dennis has an impeccable memory for movies and stuff. So if he's seen it, I probably have seen it too. Probably. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So how many movies have you done?
Uh Google says 80, but I think it's closer to 95.
I think I agree with you.
Movies and or TV, yeah.
Hmm. Do you prefer TV to movies or movies to TV?
You know what? Like the Monique show was TV, and you become like your audience becomes like they really think they know you. More, don't get me wrong, being a movie star is dope, but you got to have a big movie and a lot of box office for it to matter. But if you get on TV show every night, that's gonna make a difference. So, I mean, work is work, man. It's all work at the end of the day.
That's a good attitude to have, especially when you're grateful for just having a role, right?
Indeed, you better
Mhm.
better to work than not work.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. How do you see the state of comedy right now? Do you think it's in good hands? Is it healthy? Or do you see some
Well,
things that really need to be tweaked?
I mean, you know what? Yeah, a lot of people like me, old, been in the game a long time. They may have problems with the new advent of social media, but comedy hasn't changed. The thing that's changed is how we get famous. When I was coming up, you had to get on TV and movie, but nowadays you can have a podcast, you can have your social media, you can be like Country Wayne, you can be like Desi Banks. Or, so there's other ways to get famous, and we have never had so much power than the power we have today.
Does that make you excited for what's going on today, or do you long for the good old days, making it harder?
I mean, the minute you worried about trying to get back to the old school is the minute you become old.
That's right. That's right.
You
That's
know,
true.
and so I've been blessed and lucky enough to reinvent myself several times in my career, in
Mm-hmm.
my life. So I never dwell in the old.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be really ready and willing to move on to the next thing.
Mm-hmm. You never have those get off my lawn moments with the younger comedians then?
Now I had with some Mexicans get off my lawn all the time, but no, I'm joking. Um, but no, I mean I just don't. My only pet peeve with comedians, I don't like people to work out on me. Like if we just hanging out kicking it, don't be working out no jokes on me.
Oh, I didn't know that that was an issue that people do that. Really?
All the time.
Hey, you
All
got
the time.
Wow.
you got to explain that. Work out these jokes on you.
So I mean we're in a constant state of creativity, and now we're always creating bits and material. And sometimes with comedy together, you think a guy just being witty, he really working out. He's doing his set in front of you. I'd be
Mm.
like, go on with that.
Got you. Why do you have a problem with that?
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I just don't like it.
I mean, why? Why don't you like
I
it?
don't have no reason. I just don't like it.
It just doesn't appeal to
Don't
you.
do it. We work out on stage like everybody else.
Okay, got you. I can
Yeah,
understand that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel you on that. That makes sense. I guess he probably was thinking, you was gonna help put him on, so he was gonna tell you these jokes. But that ain't working with you. You better off just working them out on stage. And if they work on stage, then you can work with me. That's
Yeah.
how I go.
How about that?
How about that? That's right. Do you get what kind of joy do you get working behind the scenes as a director versus actually being the talent on stage?
You know what? I directed my first film last year, and it's the one thing I've done in my life that I enjoy as much as stand up. And I mean, just helping actors find their way, and learning about the cameras and shooting, all that stuff is like it's like stand up, and I love stand up. It felt like stand up to me in regards to how it made me feel.
Hmm. How did you learn about how to be a director? Was there like this? Did you go to
Well,
school or did you learn from
no,
someone
I
else?
didn't. I didn't take a class, but I have been on probably 80 different sets. So I kind of learned on the job training.
Hmm.
You ask questions. Hey, what's this camera? Well, how do you shoot that? Why did you do that? What made you do that? And so there's technical side of directing, and then there's people like me. Like I'm an actor's director. Like I'm gonna help you have your best performance. And so that's my strength. And it all kind of stemmed from me running my own improv class. And so that was really the beginning of me directing.
Yeah, you got an improv class
Okay.
coming up, don't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
June 25th,
Best
24th and
month of,
25th.
that's the best month of the year. June. Can't beat it. Best month of the year.
Come on, Cancer.
That's right. 2-3. That's me. But anyway, so tell me about a time. I'm sure this has happened because every time I ask a comedian or an actor this, they always have an example. But tell me about a time that you were slated to be part of an ensemble cast or comedian in a comedy set or comedy show, and somebody that you had to interact with is a person you didn't care for at all and didn't want to deal with. How did you navigate through that?
I mean, I'm generally a pretty, I get along with most people.
Mm-hmm.
I did a play once with the actor Leon.
Mm-hmm.
And so my character was the comic relief, so I was killing in the play. And so Leon was kind of side eyeing me, not really giving me no love.
Right.
And
Not David Ruffin.
hey, he said
Stop it.
he told me anybody come to see you, Otis. I was like, hold on, bro, it's a different play. Anyway, so so I end up punching up some of his stuff, and he got some big laughs. and then we
Uh-huh.
became friends after that.
That's
Oh, well,
what's
that's cool.
okay. I
Yeah.
see.
But
Must
generally speaking, like I don't be beefing with nobody on no set. I ain't that type of dude.
Yeah, you
speaking
didn't strike me as that type.
speaking of
Oh,
sets. Okay, now I'm gonna start with this one. How is it that you got on Coming to America too?
I auditioned like everybody else, and I went in, auditioned, and goodness gracious, my daughter's texting me. Um, so I did the Coming to America. So I auditioned, but I didn't know it was Coming to America. The working title was the Quest. So I auditioned for the Quest, and then my agent called me. She's like, "Yo, you booked the Quest." I was like, "All right, good stuff. When do it work?" She's like, "You not excited?" I'm like, "I mean, it's a movie. What is it? Well, when do we work?" And she was like, "Rodney, the Quest is coming to America too." I was like, "Whoa." I mean, that was a big deal because Eddie Murphy is the reason I started doing stand up.
Oh,
So,
oh, really?
so
Talk about that. How did he inspire you to do
uh-oh.
comedy,
I
do
mean, when I
stand up?
saw when I
Let's
saw him
hear
on
that.
Saturday Night Live, a dark skinned man on television, in what would have been, I guess, the '80s. It was like, yo, that's what I want to be. That's it. He gave me a picture of what I wanted, and I'd already been thinking about it. I was familiar with Richard Pryor, but Eddie Murphy made it like come home for me.
Mhm.
And most of my generation, he's like our father.
That's what's up,
Yeah,
Eddie Murphy in the hot tub. Okay, anyway,
right.
go
No
ahead.
doubt, no doubt. All that stuff,
Go
the
ahead.
hot tub, Velvet Jones, all that stuff, man.
Oh
That stuff,
man,
that stuff made me sit and laugh, and I was like, yo, that's me. That's what I want to be.
that hot tub, boy, that scene.
Celebrity hot tub.
That is one of the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life at the time.
So how did so when he's so you got to tell a story to everybody about how you felt once you got on Coming to America.
I don't know. I'm just working, man. So myself and comedian Nav agree we got booked, and so um,
I know Nav Green.
it was kind of surreal to be on there because again, my scenes is with Eddie, and so Nav
Yeah.
one morning Eddie came on stage and said, "What's up, Rodney Perry?" And I was like, "Yo, did Eddie just speak to me?" Nav was like, "Nigga, Eddie been talking to you for 5 minutes." So I was so scared to talk to the dude that I didn't realize he was saying good morning to me. And he was like being around a real king. He was like very regal, very regal.
Okay, that is good. That's
That's
good
what
to
I've
hear.
heard. I've heard when he walks in, his presence, he seems like a king for real when he walks in,
Oh, that's a
and
fact. He's
people get
above he's
surprised.
above BS. He's like
Right.
people that usually on the set there's like all kind of scuttlebutt people is like you say beefing up with each other and stuff. He was above
Mhm.
all that.
Right. And I've heard that people are often surprised when he speaks to them like a normal person, like he treats everybody like
Right, right.
real people, and their people are
Now don't
surprised.
get me
But
wrong, he's still super rich.
yeah, he's still rich, but he doesn't wear that richness in your face. He's
Oh, you
still
can you
just
can see it
Eddie.
though because his clothes is rich.
Oh yeah, well, you're gonna see that. He's gonna be impeccable at all times, impeccably dressed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what
Well,
I've heard people
okay.
say.
And this is the one that I wanted to know because I was actually surprised to see you in this movie. Tyler Perry. Now, when you auditioned for that, how did that go?
Medea's Big Happy Family.
That's right.
I'm in a comedy club doing my set, and Roger Bob, who was his Tyler Perry's right hand man at the time, he came to see me, and then he said, "Rod, man, great set, bro. Yo, I might have something for you. I'm gonna call you tomorrow." And I thought he was kind of BSing, because people say they're gonna call you all the time. And I got a call for an audition the following day, and it was a big audition. It was like 10 pages. and you know, when you do audition, it might be 2 pages, a page and a half. And so when I read this character, and you know, I've been married for 25 years at the time. I just knew the guy. I knew I knew what it's like to be married and have bad kids and all that stuff. And so when I read it, I just knew the guy. And all I wanted them to have is some type of redeeming quality. So if you remember the movie, he has a couple of moments. You know, of course the kids is back and the wife was crazy. But when he consoled his wife at the funeral for her mom, that was a real man moment for me. And that was what I like this guy.
Mhm.
That's good. I'm glad that I was actually glad to see you on that. I said they put Rodney Perry in the
Oh, it's one of
movie.
my biggest movies. Like say for instance, I made good money. I'll come. My deal's Big Happy Family. I made great money off Johnson Family Vacation.
Right.
Great money, and because of that, my brand is kind of clean. You know, people don't even expect me to cuss on stage sometimes because they used to see me in the family movies. And
Mhm.
and and I wanted a hood classic. I wanted Friday or something like that. But you know, the reality is,
You still might get it.
you never know.
You still might get the hood
Mhm.
classic.
Mhm.
You still might get the hood classic, especially with you being in true crime. You might get the hood horror classic.
You never know.
You might be in the next sentence. So when we get Sharon to watch the first sentence, then she'll see you in the next sentence, and then everything will be all right. You know.
Let it go.
Ain't
Let
nothing
it
like
go.
good vampire movie.
Let it
Right. That's
go.
all
I
it is.
don't know if I'm watching that.
And she won't watch it, right? You gotta help me
Mm-mm.
to get her to watch it, right? She won't watch it.
Mm-mm. No.
She just
How much longer we got, guys? 'Cause my daughter texts me. I got to take this call.
oh yeah, well then go ahead, take that call. Go take that call, right? We're gonna get you
I don't
back.
want to just.
We're gonna get you back. We'll get you
All
back.
right, no doubt.
All right. Yeah, Charlie Girl, we gotta get you to watch that movie, Charlie Girl.
I ain't watching that movie, Dennis.
No, it ain't
I
that.
ain't watching that movies.
And,
But
and guess
thank
what? And I watched The Wizard of Oz. I watched The
well
Wizard of
let's
Oz. You know
well
something?
let's just say thank you to Rodney Perry for coming. I understand he had to go because he
Yeah,
has to take. I mean, it's your daughter. You got to take that call.
yeah, I take that call.
So we'll have him back soon, folks. But regarding Sinners, I'm just not gonna watch it. I don't know. If you watch the original Wizard of Oz, I'll do it. But it's kind of like we got to go on the Zoom and watch it at the same time.
Oh,
Because
we
I
can
don't
watch
want to
this.
watch
We can
Sinners.
watch this together.
I
I
don't
ain't
want to
gonna-
watch Sinners. No, I'm gonna be watching Sinners, and you're gonna be watching the Wizard of Oz, and we're gonna
I
be
already
on
seen
Zoom.
The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, you did? Go ahead and watch it.
Yeah, I watched it. Didn't even
What
know
did you
I've been
think of
singing.
it?
Didn't even know I've been singing songs from The Wizard of Oz the whole time. Never even
See,
knew.
that's why it's a classic.
Yeah, that is a classic. I
What did
see
you
the
think
show.
about it?
No, I thought it was actually pretty good. The
I
tornado
told
came
you.
and it wasn't as bad as I thought, but it just wasn't a whiz. But I mean, it wasn't bad as I thought, but it wasn't a whiz.
Well,
It
it's not.
it
It's
was
not.
all right.
You got to remember that came before the Wiz,
In
and the Wiz is
1937.
based on that.
Yeah,
So it's not going to be the same. It's our interpretation of the same film. That's
yeah.
all. Put a little
1937.
flavor, a little spice, little spice, little paprika on it. That's
They
what we
put
did.
what they did was they took potato and mayonnaise. You know, no, that was potato salad from some people, and they made a potato salad as our people. That's what they did. All right,
That's what they did,
that's
Dennis.
what they did. They took the
Well,
raisins out of
yeah,
that
we
potato
will.
salad.
If you will agree to watch Sinners with me,
Yeah, we can watch
maybe
together.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do it then. Is it on Netflix? Where is it on?
I don't know. You know, I got that
I
illegal
don't
cable.
know. I can't keep all that straight.
You know, I got that illegal cable. You know, I don't be doing that.
Well, we won't talk about that. But anyway, yeah, thanks to Rodney for coming on. He is so hilarious to me. You know, he was talking about how some people are surprised that he cussed. I'm one of those people because I did feel like he was a good, clean cut comedian until I heard him. But cussing doesn't make you rowdy or anything like that. It depends on how you cuss. It depends on what you say and how you say it for me.
Right.
What about you?
I think so. I don't put cussing in the same category as a lot of people put it in. I think if you can't say a full sentence without cussing, then I put it in something like that. But if you like you got cussing that goes on as is in your regular, I understand. Something happened, you quick mother. I can see, I can understand that. But
See,
if every 3 words is you know be this and that and MF for this and I was with the MF and we did the MF thing, had MF. Come on, dog, hold on. No.
but a lot of them are, well, I shouldn't say a lot. Some are like that. That's how they talk, and that's how they speak in their normal life. That's just how they talk. And I'm like, And see, I guess it depends on what words you're using too. I have a problem when they refer to women as the B word, even in comedy. I've always had a problem with that. I mean, always. Even when it was more acceptable to use it, I've always had a problem with that. And the F word, I just think is a little bit too far. I don't think you should ever use that in comedy, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. You can say what you're saying and make it funny and cuss without using that word. That's the thing for me. The MF word. I
feel you.
But I do have to say, it's a funny word to say, and especially when it's Samuel L. Jackson saying it. That's all.
Yeah,
just the way he says it.
The way he will say it all the time. I think he got it written in his contract. He got to say it in every movie. That's what I feel.
I don't think so.
He say it in every movie.
I don't think so. I don't think he said it. I don't think he said it in The Matrix. He didn't say that in The Matrix.
Samuel L. Jackson was in
He did not say that in Star Wars.
He wasn't in The Matrix. I know that. Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay. He didn't say it in Star Wars.
Okay. I'm not a
But I think he did say it in that Die Hard movie.
He said it in that. That's one of my movies. Oh, yeah,
he said it in that one.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, I just thanks for inviting him on, Dennis. This has been a real treat for me. Yeah, I really like Rodney Perry.
We got more to come. Don't even worry.
Well, you didn't know how big of a fan of his I am, but I'm a really huge fan. You said that you were watching him on Tubi. Do you know what the movie was?
I forgot what the movie was, but he's in. I think it was like what was it, The Preachers, or was it this church love story, something like that? He was in. Surprised me when I was sitting there watching it. That's Rodney Perry. Wait a minute.
Why did it surprise you?
Because I wasn't expecting this. I was just, you sometimes you just be on Tubi and you be fooling my just to see what's on, and like certain little movies will pop up and be like, oh, what's this about? So I'll just sit there and I'll see what it's about, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I'll watch it, maybe I won't. Because I actually like Tubi movies. I like to see, people, young directors actually out there getting a chance, not just young, but directors that's not known out there getting a chance to put their art and their product out there on Tubi. I love to see that.
Yeah, I used to really love Tubi. But after I found out who owns it, I stopped watching it.
Yeah, Fox on it.
I stopped watching it.
I understand.
But I'm not saying that I'll never watch it again. And if I know a particular project is on Tubi, I will say I will go watch that project and then come right out. I have done that a couple of times. But being a regular, I used to watch Tubi every night. Yeah. I would put Tubi on to go to sleep to. I would put it on.
I told you about Tubi. You ain't know
right. About Tubi. And I told you as soon as you told, I was thanking you. I was like, Dennis, thank you for telling me about Tubi, man. And what happens is you pick a genre, you pick a movie, and once you put that movie in and you play that, another one comes automatically behind it. Right. So I'm able to put this on anytime I would wake up. There's a movie playing. And I don't know, it used to help me sleep at the time I was going through something. And it helped me sleep. And I would go to sleep to a Tubi movie, wake up to a Tubi movie. It was cool. Then I got the news and I was like, dang, I can't have nothing.
I think everybody got the news at the same time. They were sitting there. when they was watching the Super Bowl. When he was watching the Super Bowl and they seen the Super Bowl commercial with the Tubi, and everybody was like, "Oh, something wrong with my TV," and wasn't nothing wrong with the TV. You didn't know that Fox, who was running the Super Bowl, also owns Tubi.
Right.
That's what you had to find out.
Well, it's Rupert Murdoch, the guy, not necessarily the network. He owns it.
Okay.
And that's the issue that I have. But like I said, if somebody got a project they want me to see and it's only on Tubi, I'll go watch it and then get right out.
But I'm noticing that with a lot of these, I would say, movie directors, the guys that are out there trying to put movies out, it's either they're going to Tubi or they're going to Peacock. That's what I've been noticing. Or Amazon. I'm sorry, or Amazon.
I gotta get into this Peacock because I have now the paid Peacock for free. So I have to really start watching Peacock again and go back and watch all those shows that I couldn't watch for free before. Like there's a show featuring Joe Montana, and all these years I can only watch the first episode in the free. Well, now that I have the real Peacock for free, I went back and watched all the rest of the episodes on him. Fantastic. I learned so much about my favorite quarterback of all time.
Oh yeah, Joe. Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say favorite, but he's a GOAT. I really don't care what
he's your GOAT. That's what
he's the GOAT of NFL quarterbacks for me. I don't care what anybody says. To me, he's the GOAT.
That's good.
And he will remain it until he's not. And he is. But anyway, anything else from you?
Nothing else for me. I want to thank everybody for coming out today, though. Really appreciate it, y'all. We will get Rodney Perry back on here. Don't y'all worry about it.
What about your final thought for the day? Oh, tomorrow. Oh, okay. Two things. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. You have something planned? You have something planned for your mama?
No, we did it yesterday. So yesterday,
awesome.
Me and my mom, we went out. We went out to go eat. Took out to eat yesterday.
What kind of food was it? Like Italian, Mexican, Asian?
No, she wanted the Chinese food.
Okay.
So we went to like a hibachi grill type spot.
Cool. Did she enjoy herself?
Yeah, she enjoyed herself.
Shout out to Dennis's mom. Happy Mother's Day. If you have your mom, please honor your mom on Mother's Day. I don't have mine anymore. I miss her terribly. Mother's Day is hard for me, but every Mother's Day, I wake up and just smile and remember the awesome mother I had. Because she was amazing. And there's none like her. I always call her the most beautiful girl in the world after that song by Prince. That song plays in my head when I think of her.
Okay.
That's cool. My mom. And tomorrow is also World Lupus Awareness Day. Okay. That's tomorrow, May the 10th. Lupus is a disease that affects African Americans more than any other demographic of Americans. I think if you don't know about lupus, learn about it. It's one of the hardest conditions to diagnose sometimes. It is a very debilitating disease. The people who live with it go through a lot. So find out about it. Wear your purple. This is why I have my purple on today in honor of the Lupus Foundation. So get out there and learn about it. Donate to the cause. That's my final thoughts.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank y'all very much for coming out and enjoy and make sure that y'all enjoy yourselves because, like she said, tomorrow's Mother's Day. And next week, we'll be right back on here, same time, same place, each and every Saturday, 10 a.m. That's what I wanted to tell y'all. So God bless y'all and have a great day.
Hey.